Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well today. Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1 released today. This is a little breakdown. Let's just get right into it. We open to the armorer making a helmet for a foundling and later indoctrinating him in the same scene. The ceremony is then interrupted by what looks to be a new reptilian creature, a big turtle. The Mandalorians try to kill the creature when Din Djarin flies down and shoots the animal's underside, spewing its intestines across the beach. Later, Din talks to the armorer about how he must bathe in the living waters of the mines of Mandalore to be forgiven for his sin, his heretic, I don't know the word for that, for his heresy against the creed by removing his helmet. The armorer tells Din that it's impossible to reach the mines. The surface of Mandalore was obviously turned to glass and crystal when the Empire bombed it. But Din Djarin shows her an inscription that he got from Jawas that got that off a traveler. You know, they knew this guy, which basically proves that someone actually got onto the planet and scavenged what was on there, proving that the planet is survivable. He convinces the armorer that it is possible, redemption is possible, and she agrees, and yeah, this is the way. We cut to Din and Grogu in hyperspace when Grogu sees a pod of Purrgil, the giant space whales we see at the end of Rebels that take away Ezra and Thrawn. So I think this is probably a little bit of a hint to the future Ahsoka show, because I don't know why they would show it if it wasn't to like nod over to that. Obviously we don't want like Ezra and stuff to show up in this show because it isn't his story. It's obviously going to happen in Ahsoka's show. Well, it should happen because it's probably the plot of the show, right? We then cut to Din and Grogu landing on Navarro. They walk through the newly advanced town and come across a statue, a memorial of IG-11, the droid that blew up, self-destructed in order to save everyone in Season 1 of The Mandalorian. When Greef Karga comes out to greet them, now known as the High Magistrate, later in Karga's office, Karga explains his future plans for the town and recommends a plot of land for Din to possibly settle down in. Din explains he is on a mission to redeem himself to the Mandalorians. A droid walks in, asking Karga to come outside to confront some pirates. They go outside, and the pirates are demanding that they have a drink inside of the bar turned school, for some reason. After they continue to demand drinks, they accuse Karga of going soft from his early days. They have a standoff with Karga when he shoots one of the pirates' hands, telling him to go away and to tell his captain the pirates are no longer welcome to Navarro. The other pirates try to shoot at them when Din and Karga shoot them down over a drink. So, in the next scene, Karga explains to Din how Cara Dune has been recruited to the New Republic and can no longer serve as a deputy, and that Din should become the new deputy. Din obviously states that he can't right now because he has unfinished business to attend to. Karga asks how he can help, in which Din replies, "I need him," referring to IG-11, which is a problem for me because Disney keeps on resurrecting old characters, and it's like, it removes the purpose of them dying, the purpose of their sacrifice, which is a really big problem for me. Later, we see Din and Karga attempting to repair IG-11. When they get him up and running, he reverts to his original coding and tries to kill Grogu like he originally did in Season 1. They end up smashing its head with a statue of Karga. Karga and Din discuss letting the local mechanics work on IG-11 while Din is away. These mechanics are revealed to be the same species as Babu Frick in the Rise of Skywalker movie. They say they can't fix it without his motherboard, which is no longer in production by the droid's manufacturer. Din offers to go find a new one while they fix the body. In this scene, Grogu attacks one of the mechanics because he is surprisingly big compared to them. I mean, like, I'll probably have an image up right now. I did not know the Babu Frick species was that tiny. It's just surprising to me. Kind of a shocker. But yeah, I can't really tell if this is like on purpose, like if Grogu's like turning evil or something, or if he's just a stupid baby. Anyway, Din and Grogu take off into space when they are intersected by pirates. You know, the same pirates from the bar, or the now turned school. Din takes them out one by one when he is led to the pirates' captain, which looks like a new species and also kind of resembles Swamp Thing. Din activates the hyperdrive and blasts off to a planet called Kalamala. I probably butchered that because I couldn't really hear it well in the episode. When they land on the Mandalorian castle to meet Bo-Katan, who seems to have given up on her attempt to reclaim the throne of Mandalore. This also could be a cover-up or something, because this really feels out of character for her to do. she isn't the kind of person to give up, you know? Kind of like Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. He kind of felt like he just kind of gave up, and like, they wouldn't make the same mistake with Bo-Katan, so I feel like they wouldn't... I feel like this is like a cover-up for something. She's planning something behind the scenes. It just doesn't seem like in character for her to do. Anyway, Din explains his plan of being redeemed in the mines of Mandalore, which Bo responds, the mines are just a myth, and it's a waste of his time. Anyway, I thought this episode was actually really good. You know, I felt kind of more cared towards the casual audience and actual fans. Of course, they really had to recap a lot of stuff that happened in Book of Boba Fett, which messed up a lot of this show, with obviously Grogu being returned to Din and like all that stuff, which they even make a joke about, like when they're in his office, in Karga's office. It's like, hey, why are you still coming around? Why are you still running around with this little creature? I thought you returned to his kind. It's complicated because of bad writing. But yeah, honestly, this episode, for the first episode of the season, obviously there's going to be more. I forget how many there are, but I mean, for the first episode, it was pretty solid. I really enjoyed it. It was very short. I was very surprised by that, how short it was. Like, excluding the intro, it's probably like 35, 36 minutes. But yeah, that was Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel if you're new. Yeah. Bye.